Well, this land's been in the family about 180 years, and according to my grandmother, there were things buried out here, things of value. Could be gold, could be silver, could be anything. And we are on a quest to discover, if we can, the treasures.
There he is. He's showing up. He's about to go treasure hunting. Is that thing rolling? Is this camera rolling?
Oh, yeah. Boy, I'm excited. I am excited. I've been waiting intensely for 2 years for Jason to get back, ever since Daddy died. And I'm glad he's back, so now we can embark on all these adventures that we've always talked about.
Let's go. It's kind of surreal, you know. I mean, 2 weeks ago I was in a big city, couldn't do any of the stuff I'm doing now, and now we're out chasing trespassers off the land. Mike and I are back here in the woods. We're at the property line. The shooting's coming from the dirt pit across the property line, which is cool because it's not on our land, so that's cool, but it's just so close. I want to make sure he's not like shooting into our woods or whatever, so we're keeping cover behind this big pine tree right now that's right in front of me, which is what I'm holding the camera steady on. Boy, he's close.
It heard sound like I was standing right next to the dude.
I mean, it's close. It sounded like we were standing right next to the dude. Let's see if we can poke up a little bit and take a look. And metal detecting and pulling up treasures out the ground that hadn't been touched in, 100 years or so.
There's something mysterious about it, I think, because all the tales from years back, it's supposed to be money buried, it's supposed to be this.
That's not old now, that's an old file.
All right, I just got a hit with going in, right here. Going in.
Just in your hand.
Let's see what we got. With that? What is that?
It's in your hand still. Might be, if you can't feel anything, it might be
Right
a penny
here.
or
What is that?
it'd be a piece of
Bullet. Is that a bullet?
Shell casing.
Look at that.
22.
That's what it is. Bullet.
Sure enough, piece of brass. Mostly what you find back there is the heads off bullets, the actual bullet.
Did you step on this? Oh, you good?
Across here, here.
Yeah.
Put this in my pocket so I don't lose it. I'm gonna hang on to this. Squeeze it like that.
It's surreal to be home, to be back in the woods. We've been talking about it for 2 years, actually more than 2 years, but once Daddy died, it was really the time where it was like, God, we got to get home. All right, so here we are, back up here in the swamp. So you got another hit?
Mm-hmm. Right here in the mud.
In the mud.
All right, check it out.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's a big old piece maybe?
Yeah.
Or is it a bunch of stuff? Maybe we found the old Copeland gangs, whatever their name, treasure.
Yeah. Maybe.
Sure is sloshy.
They knew the land had been in y'all's family for a long time, and there were stories about the money through the people that went to church over around about these close ways. But there's also other tales that was told, but never heard about anybody finding anything. But in view of circumstances, what Paul's dad and them found and all that, that's evidence right there. There's something about the place.
So what do you hope to find? What is that? Is that it? Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
It's a damn-
So I get a hit, and it's reading, you know, copper, silver, something like that. And unfortunately, aluminum, you know, it makes the metal detector hit up high like that. So anyway, we went to dig, and it was right in the stream part of this, you know, it was in a mucky part of the creek. And so we started digging down in there, and started digging down there with my hands because, you know, it was just easier to do it that way. And we found it, brought it up, and it was some kind of a gear apparatus that was probably about a foot deep. And as we got it cleaned up, we found that it still functioned. Have no idea what it is. Looks like it could be some sort of scales or some kind of a some type of a winch or something. But it's only, you know, just little, you know, small, and it's it was made. It was intricate, you know, when it was manufactured.
It's a piece of history.
Yeah, it's a piece of history. Yeah.
Whenever you're digging that out, and you're like, whoa! I mean, what's going through your mind?
What's going through my mind is, what is this? It catches whatever it's like some kind of a winch, maybe.
That's you touching history for the first time since it was lost, and I mean that was well preserved, and it's everywhere out here.
Uh-oh. Hear that?
Yep.
Oh, wow, what the fuck is that?
What is that? A piece of it just broke, though. What is that?
That's a piece of a fucking big ass chain, I think.
And there's so many rumors and everything else. I just think there's so much that people don't know. I think I found a little buddy. Let's see if he's alive. Oh yeah, he's alive. Little buddy. Look. Man, he's finding them all out here. Look at him. Another one. Not gonna hurt you, little buddy. There's traces of old roads back here, you know, horse and buggy trails or whatever. And there's just no telling. And that's what makes it exciting. It's like our own damn reality show, what we're doing.
I got another metal in the pocket, right? Yeah, it's in your hand now. Definitely in your hand. Yep.
Here it is. It's a piece of a fence. Yep.
Yep.
The old beer can.
I hate aluminum.
A little bit backlit right here. I'll try to block some of the sun. Just got another hit. So I'm talking to the camera, saying we're gonna be a little backlit, but we just got a hit right here.
We going across the stream, and we noticed, you know, there's a hill. So we go to the top of the hill, and of course we both had our metal detectors, and we're scanning around, swinging, trying to find, you know, whatever we might be able to find. And we did pretty much the whole area up there without really much of anything. It may be a beer can or a piece of, you know, old garbage or something. But then as we're getting ready to come down the hill to head back to base, I spotted a kind of a clear area that we hadn't hit yet, and I said we better hit that area or else we might be sorry. So we go over there, we hit the area, and we find we had a hit that sounded, it might have been a beer can or something like that. We dug it up anyway, went about 4 inches down the ground, and discovered it wasn't a beer can. It was some sort of a round-looking, funky-looking lid or cap or something.
What the fuck is this? It looks like a helmet. What is that, for real?
Hubcap, maybe? Old hubcap?
Packed with clay. Damn landmine.
I'm dying if it really wasn't. If it was a conquistador helmet. It's an old conquistador helmet.
He pulled it off, and it looked like a helmet. Holy crap. Dude, it's a big ass hole. It's a fucking huge hole. Dude, listen. Listen. Let me get my metal detector and see if there's anything else around that hole. And it went off a little bit, but then I started scraping with my hand. I was like, holy crap, this is a hole. This is where we just dug that helmet looking thing out, but check this out. Look at this. Look. I don't know how well you can see that, but we're gonna drop something down in this hole and see if we can. I want you to listen to this. We'll turn it up. Hold on. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah. And then you got that limb and stuck it way down there, and it went all the way up to your shoulder. And we're like, wow. Holy shit. What's this doing here?
Cold down there.
Holy shit.
Cold.
It's like a cave.
It goes way the fuck down there.
Wow, man, this is wild. We don't know what this is back here. I mean, we just stumbled across it. My GoPro's dead.
If we don't come back here, we're gonna regret it. I can see where it was dug. I mean, I can see the marks, you know, on that. Man, we need a light. I can see. Well, yeah. I can see down there, and it looks like it turns. It may turn. Not sure.
I didn't know what it was. I knew it couldn't have been a water well. I knew it couldn't be, I just didn't know what, and I still don't know what. I'm ready to find out. Who knows? I'm scared to speculate. I mean, I'm just excited to find out. Because I knew this. I've told him for years, the ones that's meant to find what they're gonna find here, it'll be the ones that find it. And so far it's been the family. You know, because really and truly, if you think about it, the family's found a lot of stuff, historic stuff.
Yeah, we got to get where we hire us a cameraman. This sucks.
What all had took place here before, what I've been listening to and see. You know, you have a lot of, Granddaddy told me this used to be a main trail through here. I'm not sure who it was, but somebody supposedly buried, and I ain't never heard of anybody finding anything. So I still believe there's something there. Trying to make a little bridge across the creeks, you know, in the bad spots, and so that's what we did. And it's like Paul said, terrain's it's up and down, you know, but it's a workout.
Yeah. And it's a mystery still now. I mean, we've thought about everything it could be, and the most rational explanation was this was going to be a well. We are way back here in the middle of the stuff. We just took a nice long walk. We're taking a little break. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let's make some footsteps down here. Now I don't hear it, but it sounded like it was right down there at the foot of the hill where we just were. But anyway, so I'm shooting all these videos off my phone for the most part, but the reason we came up here to the spot a couple of days ago, Paul and I were doing our treasures part of the Poachers and Treasure channel, and we came across this thing in the ground, which was like some kind of hole. So I buried it so it wouldn't be so noticeable, and it hasn't been messed with. But we're gonna kick it. Holy mackerel. Come here, look. Fast forward 2 days later, we go out there and I rigged up the GoPro and we got some string and we lower that thing down, and you know, I had to fight with it a little bit, but we finally got it, and it just stopped. And it was only like, what, 8.5 to 10 foot deep.
Yeah.
There's no well. It didn't even get down to the depth of where the water was. It was nowhere close. I don't know what it is, but in the video, you might be able to make out a couple of little, like a piece of wire, maybe a couple of little things that might resemble coins standing up. I don't know, possibly maybe somebody dug that to bury something. special to them. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, I don't know what it is because, like I said, it's not a well, and I don't know who would or why they would dig that thing like that. I mean, that thing's way down there.
And at the bottom of the hole, there's, yeah, it looks like it just tops. It's like it just was just dug straight down 10.5 feet or 10 feet. For what reason? And so we can't find, or, you know, we're trying to, in our head, rationalize why somebody would do that. So we're thinking that maybe back in the day, somebody, maybe before the Civil War or right after the Civil War broke out, or hell, maybe even earlier or a bit later, I don't know. Somebody stuck something down that hole and intended to come back later, you know, to retrieve it. I don't think they ever did.
To be involved in something that be pulling up history or something that's went on years ago, you know, that I didn't have nothing to do with, but then later have something to do with discovered. That'd be great. Probably give me another heart attack.